Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Well, I thought I would go live. Means it's Easter, and I haven't did a live video in a while, and I just wish I could find a way that I could go live with your friends and with your groups that you're in and that kind of thing. It would be kind of nice, but anyway, I haven't quite figured that out. Has anybody out there watched Greta Thunberg's speech to the EU? And I'll tell you, I got it in the description of this video. You'll have to watch it after. It just brought tears to my eyes that a 17-year-old girl is fighting to get governments to do something about it. And I'm really surprised, excuse me, that there isn't more people getting involved in what it is. Good friend of mine, Gary Jollymore, he's got the Preparedness Project 2018 group, and he had a good point. This church burnt down, and they're giving all this billions of dollars to rebuild it, and no one's doing nothing about climate change. And I got nothing against them building this church again, but this church isn't going to be there if we don't do something about climate change. There's going to be no churches. There's going to be nothing, no shopping or nothing. I had a local store. They were getting phone calls. Are the stores open? Are the stores open on Good Friday? I mean, seriously, that's all we're worried about today is shopping. Shopping! Your earth is falling apart in front of you. Everything's falling to pieces. Don't you notice colds and flus are lasting longer? They never did years ago. Don't you know there's more people with anxiety? There's more people with depression. There's more people with Alzheimer's. There's more people with dementia. Everything's becoming more extreme, our health and everything. And I do. It's got to do with climate change, and we really need to act now. Can you believe it? There's a petition to get the municipality of Lunenburg and the town of Bridgewater declare a climate emergency. And I do understand there's written petitions going to both councils to get them to do this, but I don't know how many has signed it. And there's an online petition. I guess I can put that in my description later. The climate emergency town of Bridgewater only has 40 signatures, and the climate emergency declaration municipality of District of Lunenburg only has 48. So seriously, 48, 40, aren't we a bit concerned about our climate? I don't want to leave this planet knowing that I couldn't do something to help the younger generation out. Greta Thunberg's speech, brought tears to my eyes to think, a 17-year-old girl that's got to do all these things. And she shouldn't have to. It's her future. It's everybody's future. And we should care. We should be a society that cares, not about shopping or getting drunk or doing anything or having good internet or anything. There's nothing going to matter. There won't be a planet. We got 11 years to act. From getting rid of plastics. There's clear-cutting issues. There's all kinds of issues. And yes, the lights in these stores, and I don't care, unless you see solar panels on top of them, That's not doing anything for climate change. The stores are open with nobody in them, and people want them open on holidays. There's a debate in Winnipeg. Businesses want to open on Good Friday. They put a sign on the door, contact your government, and they didn't think it was right that the stores were closed on Good Friday. Well, that the employees were going to get time and a half. I mean, seriously, people. They don't want to pay these employees $15 or more all year round, but they're only going to pay double time because they have to. And guess who's going to pay for that double time? You are. You're going to be paying more, and you're paying more for all these stores being open, all these extra hours with the lights on, burning fossil fuels. You're paying it. We're paying it. You're not gaining nothing. The workers aren't gaining nothing. Senior staff a lot of times has to work these ridiculous shifts because the students don't want to do it. They want to party. They want to go out and smoke pot. They want to drink. They want to have fun. They want to have fun. This is, all these ridiculous comments they made to people over the years to get them to believe that the store hours was a good thing, being open more. The only thing they want to do is put the small guy out, and they want their workers working for nothing. And these self-serve checkouts people, they got to go. Or if they want to keep them, fine, keep them, but charge them $19 an hour. $19 an hour, and use that money to go to people that lose their jobs. When you don't have people working, you can't put money into government for doctors, for nurses, for your roads. You can't have any of that. You got to have people working. It's common sense. Common sense, people. Common sense. And you can't change anything unless you have common sense. I got nothing against people shopping, but treat workers with equality. If the province was so concerned about you having the right to shop, they would worry about you having the right to go to the registry of motor vehicles. They would worry about you having the right to get the hammer from Amazon. The only thing the government's worried about is the corporations that control them. And when they talk about church and separation of church and state, it should be the separation of corporations and state, because they're ruining our world from family life to our planet. They're ruining everything. Our world's falling apart. Can't you see it? It breaks my heart that nobody can see it. Why? Social Extinction Rebellion is in our local area. They're on Facebook. All these people are trying to make a better place, and there's, a handful. Like Fight for 15, only a handful. When you go vote, it's only a handful. Nobody cares no more. And I guess I can blame that on the corporations. And I do. But we got to get involved. Time is running out. Seriously? Time is running out. Easter should be time to celebrate. I wonder how many people called the stores tonight. Are you open tomorrow? Come on. Really? Are we that addicted to shopping that we can't see anything else that's important? I know this come up in discussion on Facebook about, different families, daughters not talking to their mothers and brothers and sisters. Well, there's a lot of that goes on. A lot. And do you know why it goes on? Because people don't get together like they used to anymore, and they don't want to hear it. But it was once called Sunday, and nobody ever held a gun to your head, made you go to church, like these corporations made the churches sound so bad. The church has never made you do anything. And the only thing the churches should be doing is talking about families, that they don't anymore. Everything's about money. Money, money, money. When you get, I don't care if it's the Girl Guide. Seriously, you got to have somebody promoting family life. How are we going to care about the earth when we don't care about us? We don't care about someone across the street. Our government spends time trying to bring people over into our country, and we don't even have doctors. Come on. Why would you bring other people from other countries here and you don't even have doctors to treat your own? Everything is falling apart. People got to get involved. I know, there's that Tony, he's on Facebook Live again. You know what? There's nothing wrong with that. People think it's a horrible thing. Not everybody, but a lot of people think it's horrible that you get on here, give an opinion. Guess what? You don't have to agree with me, but show me where life's improved. Gee, I had this one guy on No Sir Checo's telling me that about people getting better jobs instead of doing these useless jobs. I mean, seriously, this is how people treat people in stores. You're not useless. You're working. You're helping contribute to your government, to your society, to your doctors, to your nurses, for your roads. No wonder people's mental health are bad. People like this, they just treat people in stores like crap, like they're nobody. How can we save this planet when we can't care about one another and treat one another a little bit better than that? This is so wrong. And I don't always do Facebook Lives, and I thought, since it's Easter, well, you know, why not? I'm able to do that. I'm lucky as a Canadian, Nova Scotian, I got that right to speak. I think more people should doing it. I think So Shore Extinction Rebellion should do it. The Nova Scotia Extinction Rebellion should do it. All these climate change groups, you should be going live so the people can get to see you, they can listen to you. And, you know, I have different links on my Save Our Sundays page and to some of these climate groups. I got Greta Thunberg's speech. It's very powerful. You just got to take the time and listen to it. 17 years old. And you know what? I am proud of her. How many young people in my area have spoke up? I know they've been having protests, but there could be a lot of other people that could be speaking up about climate change. Your earth is dying. Our planet is dying. You can see it. I see different people post about Lyme disease. We never had that before. Lyme disease. Look how things are getting bad. Sickness, Lyme disease, everything. Everything, anything linked to climate change has to be looked at. And folks, you don't want to talk about shopping? Shopping's just as bad because these corporations lie to you. They want you shopping in their stores. They want their employees working for nothing. They don't care about their employees. They could all get together and close for these holidays. Why does the government have to legislate anything? Because they don't care. That's why they have to legislate a minimum wage. We have a government now that is, they're not doing nothing for us. Stephen McNeil, man, I'd like to see you live on, what is it, $12.50 an hour, whatever the minimum wage is. I love to see him live on it. Because this is ridiculous. The gas prices have gone up. We need to go green. We need our government to do something that low-income people, low-income seniors, all these people can get off this power grid, get some solar. We need to start working on this right now. We need to talk about it. We need more people online talking about it. Hey, why don't some of you call up Raquel? Raquel always says, if you're not outraged, you're not listening. And I'll tell you, he put me through sawmill a few times, and I answered him. I think I answered him pretty good a good many times. And I think a lot of you out there should pick up the phone and call him. You can email him, or you can call in the Sheldon McLeod show. He's on in the afternoons. They're all three of them. Todd Vino, I think, has a call in the weekend. It doesn't cost anything. It's just an opinion. It's something we should be proud of to be able to do. But like I said, we're all getting sicker. We're all dying a slow death. I can see it. Animals are coming extinct. Insects are coming extinct. You know, we can play our games on internet. We can stick our head into soap operas, or we can stick our head in smoking pot. We can drink galore. But all this is going to come caving. And you shoppers out there, don't pay attention to me. But Mother Nature will shut everything down eventually. And it's going to be worse than a day or an evening, what I'm suggesting. There's nobody in these stores. Nobody. They're not in the stores all the time. But you insist, you even want them open on a holiday. Come on, a holiday. Don't we have anything better else to do? This is why family life is suffering. This is why. This is why brothers and sisters don't talk, and moms, and this never happened years ago. It ain't just about your right to shop. It's time people need to be together. We need it bad. Because if we can't be together, we can't care about our planet if we can't care about us. And that's the problem. This is what I'm trying to tell all these people doing climate change. You cannot change anything if you don't care about yourself. How are they going to take on big oil companies if they won't take on the smaller ones, like the shopping corporations? Not going to happen. You've got to tackle climate change on everything. You've got to get people thinking a different way. And that Social Extinction Rebellion had a link on there that CBC wasn't covering a lot. Well, they're not. I know that with Sunday shopping. All the networks never told you the truth. The courts never struck anything down. They only ruled that the two big chains could separate their stores, just like Pete's. Pete's was allowed to do, but they weren't. And that's what they ruled on. They didn't rule on no Retail Uniform Business Act. They ruled on that, discrimination. And they did fix that up later on, the loopholes that close our holidays. And you know, these corporations are smart. They play the divide and conquer game on you people, you know. Oh, well, what about them poor people over at Tim Hortons? They got to work. Why should these guys be any different that are working in a grocery store over at Wally World? People got outraged, so what they thought, oh, well, I'll go to both and shop. Did you ever think that maybe they could have made it possible that people at Tim's, in a restaurant, in a movie theater, all these places could close too and have them off too? That was never suggested to you. Because they wanted everybody mad at one another. That was a good way to get it in. You know, get everybody pissed off at each other. I'm telling you, people, these corporations scammed you more ways than one. And they got away with it. They're working out west now to get the stores open on holidays with the same crap. The same crap. And it annoys me to no end that you people are sucking it in. They're destroying your planet. They destroyed family life. They're destroying your planet. Everything. Everything these corporations touch, because they're out to make money. And since the churches are out of play, who's going to teach you about family day? Family time. Who's going to teach you about caring one another? They're not. It's up to us. It's up to us, the people, to say, hey, we got to do something now. I love people. I do. I got nothing against you shopping. But let people have a rest. Let people have a break. So they can spend time with their family. Look at my kitty. My kitty wants to say hi. You know, spend time with your animals and your loved ones. Life is short. I could be gone tomorrow. I could be gone right after I do this broadcast. You don't know. Life is short, and we should be showing love to one another. I know some people got to work these shifts, but guess what? Why should you frown on other people that are off? Nobody complains about letter carriers being off on a holiday. I didn't get that hammer. It's Good Friday, but I want that hammer, but I can't get it. It's just someone in a store, and they're not even making good money. You know, if you want people to be happy, waiting on you, you know, it will go a long way if you support them. Say, hey, you know, you guys should have the day off, and, you know, don't listen to this crap about double time. And that came with Sunday shopping, and that all disappeared. This extra money and this extra hours, it just disappeared. They suck you in with their scam. They scam you and they suck you in. And then that disappears once it becomes a regular day. While they're destroying it. And not only while that happens, they're taking away time from your families. Families aren't being together. There's no price for that. There's no price at all, because it's priceless. Your family needs that time, and we are really lacking it. And it's showing. It's hard for the climate change people to get people motivated to save the planet. Really. Look at our summers. They're beyond. And I heard this summer is supposed to be a lot hotter than last summer. Someone could quote me or tell me or anything about it, but that's what I've heard from quite a few people, that this summer is supposed to be hotter. Now, how do you think somebody on the street, homeless, what about the homeless people? They have to endure not only cold winters out in the street, they have to do it in the summer. How can we let a planet go like this? How can we let it continue this way? And low wages, it's another thing. You can't fight climate change if you don't have the money. You can't go out and buy solar. You can't get an electric car because you don't make enough to do it. And you have all this tax laid on you. You have all this tax. And this tax is killing you because you're dependent on these fossil fuels. You can't get off them. People suffer from energy poverty. We need to change all these things. We really need to think. There's nothing wrong. I like to see more people do live videos. I like to see more people call in talk shows. I like to see more people, I like to see more people write letter to the editor, see if they'll put it in. We can do a lot. We need to talk. We need action, really. What we really need is action, but we need some people to start talking. Action is what's really needed right now. I don't understand why Fight for 15 and these climate groups, they're not all together, because it's all linked together. We could be all strong as one. All these little groups, all of us, we can make a difference. We can do it. If there is enough pressure on government, they have to do it. But, you know, like I said, there's 2 petitions online to get the municipality, the district and municipality of Lunenburg to declare climate emergency in the town of Bridgewater, and only 40-some people on each. Really? But I bet you there was hundreds that called to see if these stores were open. That's sad. That's sad. What happens when more animals start dying? Food starts disappearing. We're going to start fighting over food. I'm telling you, it's real drastic. We need to support these groups. We need to get involved. I don't always get to some of these events because I might be working or something, but I do try. I have been to one in Tantallon. They had a meeting about climate change, and it was 2 hours long. You can get that on my Save Our Sundays page, so that was pretty interesting. But I think there's a lot we can do as a society, and we should start doing something. But I just can't believe that so many people are not involved. They just don't get it. We got to get involved. We got to do something. And I don't know. I think we should all pick a day that we can go on the Rakow show and call in. I mean, I listen to these talk shows, and I don't hear any call about climate change at all. This is crazy. I mean, the line should be flooded full of calls. It's a real serious thing we got. There are more people doing something about it now, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Do you want to leave this planet to the younger generation in this kind of mess? I don't. And we might live through some of it. It's a good possibility some of us do live later in life that we're going to live through it, and we shouldn't do it. But anyway, I decided Easter coming. I come on. I don't always do live videos and bore everyone, and I'm on here 28 minutes. Oh, I didn't think I could talk that long. But I want to wish everybody a happy Easter. I hope you think about what I had to say. I know that people don't agree with me, but you just look, like I said, just look at your weather. Look at the dry wells. Look at the forest fires. Look at everything. Everything's come to extreme. Look at these poor animals. My baby here. Now what's going to happen? A lot of these animals going to suffer through the heat and stuff like that. You know? Animals suffer through climate change. And a lot are dying. They're becoming extinct. Even our waters, I think I read mackerel wasn't hardly running around here anymore, and they used to be flourish, all kinds of mackerel. So, you know, there's so many things that's linked to this that we really should be doing something about. They're talking about banning plastic bags, a good thing. I hope they have a good backup. Someone said paper bags, but they have to cut trees down for paper bags. So I don't know what they're going to do with that. Anyway, I wish you all happy Easter. And I appreciate if you share my video or if you think about sharing it. I'm not ashamed of anything I got to say. It's an opinion. It's Canada. And you can't have an opinion. It's not much good being here. You kind of lost out on that too. Thank you. Have a great Sunday tomorrow. I hope you enjoy it. I hope in my heart that eventually more people will get to enjoy holidays, because that's what it's about. It's not about making somebody rich. Have a great day. Bye for now.